Sumit, quickly a response from you. What do you make of these arguments that have been put forth, the big allegations by the opposition parties against the BJP, and how the Election Commission is working at the behest of the BJP?
Meghaji, thank you for having me on your show. I think Krishnamurthy sir put the things in a very right and the just perspective. The problem in this country is, you all know, we all agree to one fact, that there are 2.5 crore Bangladeshis and Rohingyas are now all got into this country. I'm not getting into who let them in and all, we know where they come from. Now, can anybody say today where exactly this population is? Can anybody tell me this, how much of percentage of this population is sitting right now in Bihar? And it is not. If it is not, how it is not? If it is, where it is, and who are these people? If Election Commission is trying to do its job and trying to weed out what is called the unwanted voter, who is basically turning the votes into a different thing, because if I vote for, let's say, RJD, now these voters are helping to Congress to win, then that is stealing the mandate from RJD or BJP or any other political party and giving mandate to a party which doesn't deserve to win. Where are these voters? If we don't identify them, will it be a justice which should be done by Election Commissioner? Why does Congress and RJD only feel threatened? If these voters are weeded out who are illegal, should illegals be allowed to vote in India? Should a Bangladeshi come and manage somehow some kind of a government identity and vote in Bihar or elsewhere? How do we know this floating population is not floated in every election and they are made to vote and they then leave the place? And then when you question them, you will be conveniently told, ye to migrants, they come, they work and they go. There are a lot of things which have happened in India. The question is, unless and until we have the roadmap, unless and until we know where exactly these 2.5 crore people, at least where we agree on, they have infiltrated country under various regimes, where they are exactly. Because when Congress was asked last time, they would say, why did you allow them to infiltrate? Then when they have infiltrated, what is the Election Commission doing? Why don't they identify such people? Why don't you allow them to vote? When the Election Commission is exactly doing the same, trying to identify.
Again, they're talking about the timing. Do you think there is enough time before the Election Commission announces the dates for the elections that this revision exercise is going to be completed? And then on top of it, is it on the women fancy of the Election Commission when they decide that it is going to be a nationwide revision exercise, or when there is going to be a single state that is going to be their focus area for the election revision? I would also be interested in knowing how the process works, and can rules be molded depending on what the current election commissioner, the appointed chief election commissioner thinks about the situation. So there is ambiguity over there.
Look, Meghaji, the Election Commission is within its right to order this exercise. Well, the time is sufficient or not, that only the Honorable Election Commissioner can answer. I cannot answer that, but they have a right to do that. And when it is done in one state, you can tomorrow demand it across all the states, because there's a precedence now. You cannot say, okay, Bihar mein chahiye, MP mein nahi chahiye. Then if it happened in Bihar, you can demand it for MP, you can demand it for UP, you can demand it for across all the states. So whatever is happening is good, because my simple logic is, if Bihar has a population of 8 crores and the voters are supposed to be 4 crores, you can't simply go by number. What is the eligibility of the voter? How do we ensure that there are no 2 voter cards which are weird? How do we ensure I'm not also voting in Bihar tomorrow? Who will ensure that?
Okay.